All right, welcome. We are ready here on GM Balo at a new game that we've recruited for. Very excited playing some Monster of the Week. There's cars in the background, and someone's like, very excited for it as we have gathered our group. We've gone through, done our session zero, introduced our characters to each other a little bit, and you will get to see them as well as we move through the time. As always, if you ever want to check out, see a game, you can do so at startplaying.game/GM/GM Balo, and we'd love to play with you. So, let's see here. Anything as far as working in is just cheer, have fun as we start a brand new story at a particular school that we'll start telling you about here. So, off of the East Coast, about 15 miles or so away, we find ourselves on an island. This island is taken up by the school. Goes by two names. The most ancient name of the island itself and the place is Gunbergrove. However, it is most famously, at least locally, known as the Academy of Help and Aid, a very exclusive school. Many don't know anyone who's ever been on the island, even when there's shipments that come from the nearby town by boat. It's often they're never carried on by the actual boating staff. Is always staff of the school that comes out and gets it, and those staff are very tight-lipped. It's rumored they have NDAs. They're not allowed to talk about their jobs or anything that goes on. So just information about it is really only held in alumni who, while occasionally may talk about their time there as being educational, occasionally even fun, often leave out anything of interest to anybody who's overly curious. And we approach as a ship is going across the ocean here to deliver the first full week's worth of food. We see on a receipt form that they had previously delivered things for grand parties and a lot of welcome back type of stuff, but now is the hard, things as far as a whole bunch of ingredients and most notably marked franchise type ingredients. There's a McDonald's chest and Chick-fil-A and different types of places. You see a Chinese as they seem to go into the food court. I will get to a little later, but it is quite unusual and seemingly quite upper crust as all of this starts to get on its way. There's different types of foods. And as they get into the boat, they are told, as they're quite used to stay on it while the cafeteria staff come, unload, and start writing down all the ingredients. You see that it seems like they're mixing up some, making new and unique restaurants that they're going to have here from the food court as it's all taken back. And above, as they enter through the large gates that say Gunbergrove, we see the students gathered upon the green for what has become somewhat of a tradition. Where all students kind of lounge about and see the incoming food and try to guess essentially what weird combinations are going to be made as they get a lot of ingredients from a lot of different places, and the offerings and exact type of style of restaurants they can have access to at lunch and dinner time, because we know breakfast is only muffins, changes. year to year, and it's always somewhat of a surprise. And though a little bit bored, there's not much to do in these kind of final times. Um, and typically, after this, their uh, students usually meet their dorm parents and such. But right now, it's just really milling about and seeing each other. The days before this have mostly been in different meetings of orientation, knowing where things are, and no questions and no real social time. And so, this is where the more social savvy of students try to make their presence known. Um, those who wish to attract potential flirtatious people make their more admirable or we could say seductive traits known. And clubs sometimes recruit. It's really like the best time to get a start on the social scene here, and most importantly, to some of the ones that come here based on who their family is and being a legacy student to really figure out who those scholarship kids are and who, quote unquote, the right people are. So, all of you find yourselves on this green where people are making guesses, possibly for clubs, just all types, any student activity you can imagine sort of going on right now in prep. You can definitely add your own if you see something in your mind. But I'll just ask as you wish, just to go ahead, describe your character as in what you think they'll be doing, who they might be talking to, or who they might be hiding from, however you wish to do that to get us started. So I leave it open to all of you.
Oh, go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Rewind
Desmond.
that one. Rewind. Take two.
It's all right. It's all right, chat. We'll fix it in post. So, for Desmond, I imagine that he's kind of putting himself about in multiple ways, but probably one of the more social savvy. I imagine that he has probably a group of people around him that, while not always the most talkative, some are socially savvy, but mostly like a melting pot. So he's guiding some students to where the multiple clubs would be, or just getting to know some of them, but definitely kind of taking initiative for whatever it is that they need to do, or just telling them more about some aspects of the school, what they can do, and just kind of being more like a down-to-earth, a very personal person with multiple people.
Very nice. And what would you visually describe them one more time for me?
Of course. So Desmond is a 6'2", olive-skinned man that has short, black cropped hair. But often, what is a usually very defining feature is that he's usually within casual clothes. Doesn't really like to dress up much, but kind of makes himself presentable to people. He's clean enough, I guess is the word that I would describe him. But just mostly these. But for what people always describe whenever they see him is that he's always has these green eyes that kind of look a little past people, but as far as past that, he just tries to be as personable as possible, just to kind of make people comfortable and get them into the foray.
Amazing. All right. Whoever would like to go next?
I'll go next. Portia. Little on the shorter side, probably around 5'3", skinny. Dyed hair. She's probably sitting on a park bench in the area by herself with her sketchbook out, just looking around, around, trying to spot the perfect figure, perfect person to try and sketch. Not interacting with anybody, just looking around.
And in her mind, who would be perfect?
She sees one girl in particular. Most likely would be Katie. She doesn't know her name or anything like that, but she would see her and try and get a visual and try to sketch her in looking as natural as possible.
Love it. So love this idea that we kind of see over Portia's shoulder as she sketches this form that we don't quite recognize, but we see that it's female and young. And as Portia looks up kind of over the eraser of her pencil, we go from a bokeh of the entire crowd to a focus shot of Katie. And could you describe Katie, what she's doing?
Katie has brown hair, looks typical teenager, fully dressed in the school's uniform, and she's kind of walking about the field here, looking at things that most people are not looking at. So as she passes under trees, she's like staring up at them, and eventually she would come across to. I think maybe there's another student there who probably has like a pet, maybe a dog or something like that they're playing frisbee with. And as the dog gets close to her, she would kind of kneel down to the dog and just say, "Hello, I'm Katie. What is your favorite family vacation?"
Is she talking to a dog? You hear kind of over. So there's two girls who Ace you recognize as Tara Tenebrew and Grace Granson, who are watching Katie here and just sort of making snide comments just loud enough so that others kind of are hearing, and they're starting to get a little bit of a crowd going. It's one's coming over. You see a few others are beginning to come over, potentially to kind of just join in the "isn't this girl weird" gossip party. What would you like to do? And describe your character as you kind of see the scene.
So Ace is 6 foot tall, dark raven black hair, medium build, medium to skinny build. Like you can tell he's toned and in shape, but he's definitely not super muscle built or anything like that. But you will see him just approach them and say, "Is that really how you want to treat someone you don't even know? I mean, come on, it's not even the first day of school. Give people a break."
Exactly, Ace. Oh my gosh. This is when we figure out who's worthy to talk to. Why would we waste one day of school figuring out if someone's good or not. We can tell right now.
Come on, we know each other. Just give her a break.
Go ahead and manipulate someone, Ace.
All right. How do I do that? 3d6s, and
Two.
then plus
2d6 plus charm.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this. That's an 8.
Hey,
So that's +1.
awesome. So that's if they'll do it if you can show them that you really mean it. So leave kind of responding out. Fine. We can do something else. Just organize something, get something going, and we'll leave her alone. Just make sure we're not bored, okay?
Okay. How about we all have a race? See who's the fastest in the school?
Okay, what do you do to get a race going then?
I will say because everyone is very because it is unique. I will go ahead and just say if anyone can beat me in a race, I will go ahead and do their chores for a week. You have to beat me to the other side of the cliffs, through the forest, and through the maze.
Through the forest and the maze. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. So, okay. 100%. So, like, everyone stands up at the idea of, like, race chore. You say forest and maze, they're like, what the? Seriously? But there's definitely everyone who, yeah, I'm going to say definitely every guy who is also here because of their family just cannot be out challenged by that. They won't let themselves be. So they will definitely do that. And quite a few of the females in on this, as they're like, come on. They're athletic. Who does Ace think he is? And there's a general motion that starts to begin coming over to you. Any particular reactions the rest of you would have for this?
I think Portia would look up, and because of the whole commotion, her concentration's broken. So she'd close her sketchbook, put away her stuff, and go line up for the race.
Oh, okay.
I think you would see like that Terminator red screen where it's like, and it just says friend building activity. Engage.
I love it.
And then Menace. Or, sorry, Desmond. What's Desmond doing?
You're muted.
All right. You with us, Desmond? Still muted.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to unmute myself.
No worries. All right. So what's Desmond doing?
I would imagine Desmond that still, since he has a fair crowd of people around him, that while he definitely sees people going towards Ace's activity, he takes this as an opportunity and then just says, and if anybody gets the first, second, or third prize, third place in the race, I'll go ahead and throw in a couple of candy bars, king size.
Excellent.
And then he starts listing off like different choices, like Crunch bars, Snickers, all Twix, all of that. Even throws in some pop as well.
Amazing. I love there was first, second, and third candy bars. So 100%. So you get it. Start saying that they're like, ooh, I don't know if I could win. So people are lining up here to either watch or participate. It is a full movement away from what is happening in here as far as the food thing, and it kind of goes to a few people like, oh man, but it is excitement. It is something to see, whether they're trying to see who's fast, who might be athletic, different people. Because again, there's multi-genders racing in this, so the different ones that aren't participating are definitely out there scoping, trying to see like who they might be interested in this if they're not already hooked up. All types of things, and I'm gonna say, Desmond, you will notice this, that there are two folks. This another olive-skinned male who has dark hair that is back in like a ponytail that comes down to their back, in the school uniform, and a red-haired young lady, very pale skin. They weren't away from themselves entirely, but now sort of are, as everyone has moved away, but they've not moved with the group. And you see the gentleman here is attempting to, both students, attempting to just kind of tug on the shoulder of this woman, who has her back to him, and she's sort of crouched over with her elbows out a little bit, so you can't really see her front. You just sort of see the back of her as he is grabbing her, and she takes her hand, and even as she takes her hand to slap him, you see a reflection of a stone ring that's on the inside of her palm. She slaps, and this gash appears on his face from it. As you just see, it was like, "Ugh!" and a few obscenities that's so blurred out of pain as he just pushes her, and you see her like, "You freaking, oh, fine, find yourself someone else to be with this year," and leaves her as she immediately turns back with her self crouched, kind of looking more towards the woods with arms out, and doesn't seem to participate.
This would kind of immediately get his attention, and having been raised in a particular way by his family, he kind of goes up to her, but kind of makes his presence known so as not to spook her.
Okay. Percent. And it has it. Keeps it back. She's like, huh? Who are you? Why are you near me?
I'm Desmond, and normally I don't kind of go up like this, but you just seemed like you were having a bit of trouble as he kind of darts his eye off in the direction. Are you okay?
Okay. She doesn't turn to look at you. She keeps her back to you. I'm fine. Just busy.
Okay, well, if you need anything, just come and approach me. I'm an open book.
Okay. Is there anything you want to figure out here? I guess I'm giving you a chance to investigate or do anything you'd like to do here as far as a move. Just want to make sure.
Um, Oh, I'm guessing that probably from what he saw the ring, he would probably say, "That's a pretty ring you got. He's from your family."
I think for this, let's just go investigate a mystery just to see where we go with some of this. So that's plus sharp.
That's sharp. Okay. Plus one. I got an 8.
8. Okay. So I believe that's hold 1. So are you looking for information about the ring?
Yeah.
Okay. No, Gerald got it for me.
He kind of nods his head. It's not expensive, is it? Looked like he was trying to grab at it or something.
She kind of takes this big breath, like, and she picks up her purse, and you can tell just she keeps it close to her chest, but from the motions she's doing, you can tell she's putting something in her purse. And then you hear it zip up, and she turns, somewhat irritated. You know what? I'm going to assume you're trying to be good, and just saw something, and you were being a little bit nosy, which is fine. I'm sure it cost something. Certainly the Gerardine or the Grenadine family wouldn't simply get something cheap, I guess. He's just, I'm in the middle of something, and he didn't care. He wants me to watch him do his run. The whole school wants to go do that. I'm fine. Just, and I think you want her to kind of open up to you a little bit. It sounds like, so go ahead and just do a charm.
Gotcha. All right. Oh, that's my worst one. But let's see if luck willing.
See what happens.
All right, another 8.
Hey, okay. Good. So kind of, I mean it. Okay. You know, it's actually kind of cool. If you promise not to tell anybody and to give it a try, like, I mean, I can show you what I was doing.
I mean, it'll give us something both to do. The race is probably going to take a bit, so might as well. As he kind of gives a winning smile.
Okay. So she invites you to sit here, and you kind of see at least why she was being secretive, because she opens out of sorry about a second. She opens out of her pouch here. Sorry, guys. Something just happened with my computer. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I just apologize because I just need to help my wife get something in the door. I'll be right back. All right. Apologize. As you look, and she takes out this box game electronic that you have. You can see why this would be secret. They're not allowed here on the school. And it's sort of weird that she's going to be playing out here, and it's very, very just usually not. You can see that she's sitting there and designing what looks like an avatar of herself, taking different options from all these different dress sizes and eye color and eye sizes, and she kind of pauses it, and she flips it where it's like a new character screen. She kind of hands it over to you to be like, "Oh, do you want to give it a shot?"
Sorry, I just realized I was muted. He looks at it a bit and said, "Yeah, sure. What is this exactly?"
And then, since you're the first person to encounter it, you get to name the game.
I think it would probably be. Dungeons and Beholders.
Goes, "Oh, it's really cool. See, all you got to do is you get into this immersive world, and you can make someone looks just like you, and it's like you're in this world of fantasy. It's really neat." And as he hands it to you, I need you to roll cool for myself, please.
Absolutely. Oh, that was very close. 7.
7. Okay. Okay. So with 7, I'm gonna go ahead and there's Discord. I'm just gonna kind of tell you what is going on. Is what we're gonna do though is we see, like, you look over your shoulder, you see everybody getting ready. You have like a bed for this and all that type of stuff, and your motive here might have been to include her, but we kind of see where you were looking more at her and the crowd. Now the focus of Desmond here is totally on this game as we get back to the starting line and everything going on. So what are some things that everyone is thinking is kind of going on here at this race as it's starting? Where's everybody? I think Portia, Katie, and Ace, you are all at the line, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Portia is just kind of behind, like, everybody, still in line, looking like she's getting ready to start running. But she's mainly looking at how everybody's positions and postures are, like doing mental snaps of, like, a running position.
Okay, nice. So yeah, so really observing while trying to participate.
I think since. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Ace.
I was curious if she's like sketching on her hand the running positions. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh no, she's not sketching on her hand. She's just looking, trying to find the person with the best starting pose, I guess. And she's just taking she's taking a mental snapshot of that person
Okay.
and how they look.
Perfect. So, okay, sounds good. And then go to Ace.
Well, first, so I pronounce this name right. The first name of the Lady Tanner Brew, is that Artura?
You up at the NPC there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was, Tara.
Tara. I put a name in front of her. Well, since Tara was the one that gave me the inspiration for this idea, Tara, would you get us started once you're ready?
God, this is fun, Ace. I like it. Let's do this. And goes like, as she kind of talks like over to and looks at Katie as Katie's lined up. Goes, oh, just make sure we show Freak show up. Yeah, so the race here is going to be forest, you said through maze, and then essentially back from the cliffs. That's what's going to be here. All right. So get started. And then right before I think, well, actually, yeah, I think should go ready, set, and either through the go, before the go, after the go. Katie, why don't you introduce yours? Or just tell us what Katie's doing.
Katie would be looking at the person right next to her and smiling, and she would say, "Hi, I'm Katie. What would you change about yourself if you could?"
Right now, I kind of wish I was a few more feet away from where I am. Go! And just starts taking off. Now you begin to run. And as far as like, I think perfect stances, like there is like this form, that portion, you probably keep looking over at Katie, that she's running, but everything is just on point as she's moving. I don't know if she's the fastest, but she's definitely has the form that looks the best.
Okay, so what Portia is going to do, she's going to jog a couple of paces and then, oh no, I can't go on, and kind of collapse on the ground and pull out her art supplies.
Starts drawing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. And then Ace, you're taking off?
Yep.
Okay, so it's just Ace and Katie move in as they all leave you behind. And you keep moving forward here. And the first part's pretty easy. You get to move, and then Ace and Katie, the woods come, and suddenly those who are in the lead kind of hang back a little bit. Nobody really wants to be in the woods by themselves. No one wants to get too far ahead. People don't get too far behind. Some people even kind of pull each other. So those who feel like they absolutely can't win, because they're just moving through here. Because as everybody knows, there are wolves in the woods, and even with this, they're essentially breaking some rules. But sort of everyone bringing it at once. They're all pretty sure there's going to be a lot of issues about this, but at least everyone will be in trouble. And they basically, everyone's figuring, hey, if we're all in one big crew, we're fine. The wolves aren't going to mess with us. So that's sort of what's happening. Are you doing anything of note in this moment?
Katie's trying to stay with the group.
Okay.
Ace would actually, to try and like show everyone up, actually go ahead and try and get a little bit ahead of everyone.
Okay.
Not
Very
scared.
nice. All right. So then roll tough, I think.
Okay. That's 6, 3, 1, 10.
10. Oh, that's really good. So I think with 10, you begin moving ahead. So essentially, you're able to get ahead of the pack here fairly easily. Um, and so you can choose to. We're going to change it for the purpose of this. You're gonna get harm as you move ahead here, but it's going to be like harm that as soon as you rest you can get rid of. It's like exhaustion basically, like physical exertion harm more or less. But so you can go ahead and decide to lessen the harm you take by 1, or you can get farther ahead. Which one would you want?
Get farther ahead.
Farther ahead. Okay, perfect. So as you move here, you rocket to the head of the pack very easily. And then Katie, you're staying perfectly with the group. Let's see. Would you like to do something like manipulate someone to like be more socially accepted or something like that?
Oh yes.
Okay.
$10.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Oh wait,
So
9.
pay 9.
Because that's a social intelligence roll.
Yeah. I'd say so. That would be if you really want them. Okay, I think that Tara here looks at you, sees that you're not exerting yourself as much as you could necessarily, or at least you're not showing signs of it, and she kind of will go up like, "Hey, if you you look like you know what you're doing," as you just like expertly go over a log. If you can help us all win, like, we could be real good friends and hang out.
Okay.
Okay. What does Katie do?
She doesn't really know how to win this game.
Okay. So you do. So it's okay. He does know that it's the race, but yeah, whatever. I'm good with this going any way you want. Whether this is hilarious or good.
Okay, so she would pick up Tara and just like try to rush into the forest.
100%. Do you just want to kick some ads for this, or is there a special move that works for you?
Well, I have a. Well, I don't think I'm necessarily using a move for this. I think it's just a roll.
Okay, cool. I'm good with that. She can roll tough.
7.
Okay, that's not bad. So basically, yeah, you go forward, and Tara's like screaming, like ah, but then she sort of calms down as you go ahead of the pack, and the only person ahead of you, and just by a little bit, is Ace. As the two, you're just moving, and Portia, I would say you're back here and you're drawing, and the only two people that are still back are, I think you were aware of who Desmond is at this point, and this woman who you actually do know, this particular girl, as she is in the same building and you have sort of met her. This is Farah.
Farah. And I see them being all kind of crouched over each other, just doing something. Can't really see exactly what they're doing.
Yes. And at this point, you see sort of near them and like coming up slowly to talk
Mhm.
is another young boy who kind of looks, and you see immediately um, he's scholarship as well as you are. So I would say you've known him as Stan, and just it's very thin, gaunt, like just not the type that you'd think that fair would open up to. And immediately she kind of motions him to sit down, and the three of them now are over here.
Oh, well, now she's curious. She has to go over and she's gonna probably not tiptoe, but she's very quiet and just kind of lean over Desmond's shoulder to see what they're doing. And then just be like, "Ooh, what's that?"
100%. There's kind of this start, and both Fair and Stan look around. Don't see any teachers watching, since everyone's really busy, so they don't get too freaked out. As they kind of go, it's Dungeons and Beholders, as you see Desmond playing and trying to make an avatar that looks very much like themselves.
Oh, well, then she's gonna like give him pointers on how to adjust something. Like, no, the eyes need to be a little bit smaller than that. No, the nose just little to the left, like the bridge of the nose a little to the left. Yeah, your nose is a little crooked. Stuff like that. Trying to help him out, but probably being a complete nuisance.
Very, very cool. You watch this. You're going to watch the game. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and roll cool with an additional +1.
Cool with an additional +1. All right. Oh, that just gives me just a 1. So a +1 on that. Okay. 10, 15. Oh, yep. Okay. I almost thought that was a 7, but then I realized these 6s don't have 7s. 6.
Okay. %. So I'm sending you the results of that.
God.
As we just sort of look, and you are giving these pointers, and you're going to grab this here. And I would say, as you get into this, Stan here takes out 3 additional game boxes, and kind of motions you over and gives them to you, so you all can begin to play. As he starts to move up. So I'm sending that
All right.
to you. Should we need to discard? Well, make sure you mark it as experience, because you got a 6.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh.
Amazing. All right, so back to the race here, Katie and Ace. You're now moving very, very quickly, and you see you coming upon the maze itself. You're in front of the pack. As long as you kind of keep going, it's very unlikely the rest to be able to catch you here. What would you like to do?
Well, Ace would like to think back at well, I'm not sure if this is possible, so I'm going to go with it from the rules that I've been explained and hope it works. So Ace would like to think back at to all the studies a little bit he did from his older sister's books and his her sketches of the maze, and remembers that he's read about this sort of thing, as he wants to try and remember the layout of the maze. with the move I've read about this sort of thing, if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you roll for the move?
So it would be an act under pressure, and it would be rolling sharp instead of cool.
Okay, excellent.
Oh God. 14.
Okay, so in this move, you entirely figure out the ideas of this maze. Is clear in your head as you go in, and we're kind of get to the total result. Katie, what's Katie doing? I think you see Ace go with full confidence, kind of seemingly knowing precisely how to get in and out.
Katie's going to use her move, detachable parts. So she's going to try to do this without her friend seeing her. But she's basically going to try to rip out one of her eyes and throw it up in the air and let it kind of fly out and chart a path for her.
Okay, I love it. I gotta get my brain around it, but I love it. Okay, so is there a roll at all with the detachable parts?
No. It just says you may detach one or more of your body parts. They act as an ally or a subordinate to follow your exact instructions, and each is able to move and sense in some way.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna say I feel like I'm good with ever what it looks like here. I feel like either this is going to be act under pressure or manipulate. To either manipulate her to not get to look at this thing, or to like just sort of move your body with act under pressure to make her not look up as your eye is no longer there.
All right. So I guess I'll do an act under pressure here. Let's see what happens. It's a 9.
Okay. All right, so that is worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. I think interesting. I'm gonna say so. You're running through here. The eye is up, and I think that sure, because Tara now just is her focus is simply upon you, and so you either are going to, I guess, let her see. Let's say this: either she's going to get hurt in this, or you're going to have to be hurt. So one of you are going to have to suffer harm.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll suffer the harm.
Okay. I just want to work on this. So you start to get damage to your skin going through, like just sort of not caring as you're damaging the maze a little bit, damaging yourself. However, so we're going to call this 2 harm.
Okay.
And this is going to be the same type of exhaustion harm, kind of pushing through this. After just relaxing, you can get back as your gears, like we're saying, your energy split, however you run. And she's now jostled, like, oh my gosh. And so she's put off a little bit by this as you move on through. And I say with this, you're able to get even with Ace.
I'm keeping that eye closed. So it's like I just got one eye open. Yeah.
What was said is Ice is floating, giving you this bird's eye view and tactical readout. And if we would see this, it's this incredible thing where you're making decisions based on you're choosing paths even based on Ace's movements. And so that's how you're able to even make up the space. Even going through the brambles at some point when you know that they are going a certain direction, just to try to get this done. And then I think I'm all about going back a little bit here just to give the ones back just an idea of what do you feel like you're doing right now.
What are we doing?
Yeah, just how do you feel like this would be going?
I don't know. I think Portia is trying to beat everybody on making them most lifelike, like most. She doesn't really care about the game. She doesn't know the game, but she's like, my avatar has to look exactly like me. It has to be perfect. They can't win over me on that. So
100%.
she's just mainly focused on that.
Yeah. Then Desmond.
I imagine that he is almost finished with character creation at this point, and just as he's about to start the game, he just realizes, oh, I gotta get to the finish line. I have all these snacks as he pulls out his big backpack. Thank you! And he just kind of quickly says, hey, could you just send me a friend request through Dungeons and Beholders? I have to go now.
Okay. Fair enough. You kind of take that in and you push your. You now have this. He's like, keep the thing. It says Stan, and you can put it in your bag and go forward. I love it. And then staying behind.
Yep.
Very good. All right. I'm going to give a little bit more into specifics onto what your options are here. 100%. So moving here through, keep going. Yeah, so you go to the finish line. They do have to race back here. For the purposes, though, of this, I think, as far as we're determining how the race is going to turn out, we're going to look at extras. We're going to look at what happens with Ace and Katie. Let's go back there for the moment, Ace and Katie. And this is going to be the final thing. This is going to be the cliff. Whoever gets to the cliff first, we're going to say is going to kind of win this particular thing. And so, Ace, you are neck and neck with Katie / Tara. And this doesn't have to be in order. This is whatever y'all want to do. You can just kind of say.
I feel Ace would keep running and running it. You see him start to get close to his physical limits and then just somehow seem to push past them and just try and use a inhuman amount of thing with no limits.
Very cool. And I believe that is a weird roll.
It is. 4, 6, 10, 12.
Jeez. Okay. The 12. Yeah, so Ace just starts moving what's faster than is reasonable. And Katie.
I guess she'll do the same thing. Why not? It'll be fun. So she'll try to push herself.
Did you take no limits as well?
I thought maybe I don't remember now that you said. Maybe if not, I guess I'll roll tough. So it doesn't matter to me.
I don't know. You would have written it down. I put the options for you.
Oh, yeah, I didn't write anything down, so I guess not. All right, so I'll just do a tough roll or running roll, whatever that is.
All right, sure. Just be sure. Go ahead and make sure you grab your. Just decide what your substitute for use magic is, because that's what he grabbed. That was a substitute. You don't have to do it now. Just make sure you get that so you know what that is on your sheet. I put it in the pasted there, so you're sure what that is. But for the purpose, I think of this, because it's going to look so different, I'm okay if you want to try to do that. Tell me what you want to do.
I mean, well, her goal here is to get the friendship. That's kind of a big step. So, I was reading. Okay, I'm reading this thing, and it says push beyond human limits, and I don't. So I don't know how that works with me, but yeah. I mean, I'll do either role you want me to. I mean, it's all good.
Okay. I mean, I'm good. So, if you'd like to do plus weird, you can go ahead and try.
Okay.
According to the no limits, I'm good with it.
It's a 12.
A 12. So the same thing. Both of you are pushing, going. Okay. So I know exactly how we're doing this. I'm good.
Rollies.
I think back here then, what you begin to see, Desmond, is you stood at the finish line, and there's a moment where the majority of people have simply given up and are coming back. It got so wide, and it's very obvious who the winners are going to be, and it's kind of forming now to be this other crew, and they're kind of just moseying their way back and beginning to line up. Is there anything you kind of want to control in this situation?
I think that just to kind of give him brownie points with everybody, he would just be kind of reaching around and like grabbing some pop and some water for them, pass them back as they're coming back.
Okay, very, very cool. And I'll say with this kind of, as people are going in to go to the shade, a few are, I think you see you can do whatever you want with this, but a few are going over to look at this game and what's happening, as they're also beginning to sort of line up and forward. And sure enough, as people are kind of sitting on the green, some cheering, some watching, there is this insane moment where bursting out of the woods towards the finish line. I'm going to say, for the purpose of this, I believe your eye has come back, Katie.
Okay.
Kind of reinserted itself as you and Ace are moving this person you bring books to, and yourself, Tara here, just sort of like screaming a little bit, but sort of into what's happening. And she's kind of pushing herself out a little bit, so she's technically in front of Ace. She's like, ah, as you're pushing, going. And I think in this moment, there's Portia, even though you consumed with this, the cheer from everyone at least gets some of your attention. And you see this most amazing, perfect form, plus this person hanging off. You can see Tao's like using like what looks like ballet lessons to support her core and get herself leaned out, like planking on nothing.
Oh, she drops everything and she starts sketching. And then...
Okay. So that's active depression.
Yeah, she wants to drop everything and just start sketching. Okay, that's cool. And I am not cool. 5!
Market experience. Okay. I'm going to get back to the consequence of that in a moment.
God.
So, bursting through in the finish line. I'm going to say, I think I'm going to leave this in Ace's hands. Both of you care about this. I'm just going to have a tough roll off. And here's the thing. Worst case, this is going to be a tie. But if one of you are higher than the, basically, it's going to be a tie. Or if Katie gets higher, Tara wins. if that makes sense. Otherwise, it's a tie.
That makes sense.
Okay, go ahead and roll top.
Here we go. I roll a 10.
It's a tie.
Well, we tied.
We're tied. So I'm going to say that it's flat out tied. So moving through, and even though you move, it's like this finish. And what I'm going to say is Ace, I think you're able to just move your path right in front of Tara, so she has to go up straight. Like, not that you really hurt her, but enough to where she does not want to risk it. And with that, all the bodies cross at the same time. As it cheers, three-way tie. And everyone's like, whoa! And even with that, I think Tara's like, that was good, Katie. Good job.
Yes. Even though I did not win, I hope we can still be friends.
She says, you know what? You're a little. We can work on it, okay?
Okay.
And also, it says a note. If as long as it's not too unreasonable, you can have a +1 when dealing with Tara. She's generally thankful and good with it. I'm not out to making her an absolute monster right now. So we'll see. That might happen. But right now, she's actually pretty good with it. So, yeah. And I think the idea of the scene is, and it's going to be something that's going to happen a little bit. But just anything anybody wants to do in this scene before we cut from. And there's the winning, there's the passing out. I think Desmond, you probably some candy. You all can just take the scene for now, interact freely for a moment.
See, Tara, isn't that better than what you were doing previously?
You know what, Ace? It was. And she's gonna go, oh, I'm gonna give her a chance. And she just pats you, gives you a quick hug, like, thanks. Almost appreciative of her not being this horrible person as she was about to be.
You're welcome.
Is Portia still playing the game?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
100%. I'm going to get to the consequence in a moment. Yeah, because you did make your roll. I'm just going to give them a chance. Okay, anything else from the three?
Katie would just be making her way back to the campus area. She wouldn't really think to say anything, I think.
Ace would actually race a little bit towards Katie and say, hey, great job, Katie. Not very many people can keep up with me like that. And you had someone in your arms on top of it. You must be a really skilled runner.
I do not know. This is the first time I've ever run.
You just see a look of like sheer frustration on Ace's face, and it's like, wow, you are really good, because like you can just see how he actually somewhat tries at athletic stuff.
Yeah, you probably noticed Katie's not even really sweating.
Well, maybe we can hang out sometime.
Oh.
And he goes back out to with the rest of the people.
So she'll write that down.
We can hang out sometime. Ace. Yeah, Desmond. Anything?
I think that at this point he's going up to like her and several of the others. It's just like, okay, so set you guys tied, a man of my word. So you guys get 3 candy bars of your choice.
What kind of candy bar?
Just a normal one, such as, but the only difference with these is that they're king size, so they're like twice the normal size of normal candy bars. So like Twigs, Snickers, Crunch Bar, most of anything you could think of within reason. I don't have expensive brands on me.
Cucumber?
Beg your pardon?
Do you have cucumber?
He kind of just looks at you for a moment and says, cucumbers are candy.
A candy bar.
Aha. I can see about getting you a pickle at lunch.
That would be appreciated.
And he kind of just sets himself back before bringing out the candy bars to others, just like, cucumbers are candies now. Cucumbers are candies now. Kind of having an internal conflict. Not sure how to process that statement, but otherwise goes to hand out the candy to people. But just thinks that probably after this, you probably actually get on the tutorial level of that game.
Are you talking to me? What?
I was gonna go through. I would say at this moment, there is a sudden change in everyone's demeanor as flanked by several teachers. You see Headmaster Heron is coming out here. She's this tall woman. She's in kind of this yellow robe that she wears mostly around. Looks ridiculous anywhere outside of this particular place, as she's just and she supposed to be headmistress, and she's moving about, and they are looking at this. They look very stern, and you all know it's against the school in the woods. So they're very, very upset. They're moving here. You can see they're citing kids doing something over here in the corner on the bench where Portia is looking at the three of you kind of congratulating each other. There's just four because Tara's there. And all the kids are like, ah! And just they're not sure what to do. In this moment, what would be your reactions?
I imagine Desmond, probably knowing her very well from last semester, would say, hey there, Crunch Bar.
Love it.
I don't think Portia really knows what's going on.
No, so Portia, this is going to be the consequence of the previous roll. We're coming right here. You
Okay.
are totally oblivious, and you don't even see that everyone else playing the game has fled from you.
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
Then Ace and Katie.
So do we see? So we just see this woman come out? Is that right?
Yeah, and everyone else is reacting like, "Oh no, we're about to all be in trouble," and that type of thing.
I would just kind of walk up to her and say, "Hello, my name is Katie. What's your favorite joke?"
Amazing. As that's happening, Ace.
So would it be too late to run, or do I get a feeling that the headmaster obviously sees me and knows exactly who I am?
They definitely know who you are. I would say they're moving here, and if it's the thing with the race, you know you're the organizer. I mean, you could run if you want.
Okay.
But I would say Ace probably knows that if they ask questions, everything's going to come towards him. So it's up to you if Ace is the person who's just going to try to avoid consequences as long as possible by hiding, or is just going to be like, I'm screwed.
All right. Ace is just gonna go ahead and stick it out and just stay there.
100%. Gotcha. stops. To the four of you, talks like crap, and well, what is here? And definitely seeing the four of you seems like she's got her own move, like know who caused the trouble, as she's goes in here, and she gives like a nod over to the bench where now Portia is by herself. And some of the teachers begin moving over there as she, well, exactly what has been happening?
Well,
Good
we had a
rumors of a race to where?
to the cliff.
And who organized this race, Mr. Tillman?
I did.
Let me get this straight. You took it upon yourself to take the entire student body through out of bounds areas
Oh no,
for fun and frivolity?
I was taking the student's body.
Just kind of pauses, attempts to figure this out. We can talk about appropriate public behavior in an amorous sense later. However, so goes. I was like, oh my gosh. She just meant that she was carrying me. That's all she was meaning. Goes, oh, gotcha. I mean, whatever you'd like. But not necessarily in public. Just totally rolls her eyes. And you, Desmond, rewarding this behavior with candy?
I was only giving out prizes since this event was going to happen regardless of if I wanted it to or not. So why not make it an event? Like with what we do with the school fundraisers.
Around this time, Portia, you feel a twist of your ear
Ow.
as this is wrenched from your hands and pulled. I want to just, what's the reaction here? Because what do you think? Like, 'cause you desperately want to do this. What do you think Portia's reaction is?
Portia would probably she would I think she would get super upset because one, they're hurting her, and two, they just took something that's like super important to her away. And she would try to, I don't know, manipulate the person into giving it back.
Okay.
She would be like, I cannot live without this. This is part of my artistic expression. You wouldn't want to deny a girl of a way to express herself, would you?
Roll manipulate someone.
All right, manipulate someone. That's two. Why am I rolling? You know what? Fuck it. This sucks.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 3 plus 2.
Work experience.
This is terrible. Why am I rolling like shit?
All right. They wrench it away from your hands, and I think this as you're doing this, I'm gonna say because of that, whatever you mean to do, they're interpreting as you're grabbing as assault. And so there is a age appropriate restraining maneuver they go through. They're all trained. They just they don't hurt you. It's not hurt. They just keep you from being able to resist them. And they just sort of push you very back to the headmistress, Herring here, as they go, this one, and they are sort of holding on to this game that they have tucked on their elbows. They're trying to hold you still. Another one takes it. They go, Someone was playing contraband, Mistress Heron.
Contraband? That's not contraband. Contraband is drugs. You know, heroin, cocaine, meth, stuff like that. That's contraband.
Electronics. With the Academy of Help and Aid, I think you can see. Now she starts making an example. This behavior is exactly why we do not have such things. It promotes focus on oneself instead of others, and the good that those of your breeding and selection can affect on this world.
Well, that's part of the whole reason of the race. The race gets people away from that and helps train for hockey, which will help further our activities because we know we are one of the best hockey teams around, so therefore it's cardio. Best workout ever.
I do manipulate someone. See if that gets anything.
Ooh. Yeah, well, I don't know how well it's going to do, but 10?
10. Okay. I'm going to say what you can do here is with a 10, you can sort of direct or like y'all in trouble, but you can direct what this is going to be. You can either be responsible for clearing out a section of the woods that is like kind of a punishment usually to clear out. You have that option. There's going to be straight up. You just have to like sit in a room and write "I will not" blah 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 over and over again. Or I think since you bring up the hockey, you are like the group of you are going to have to essentially plan and prepare all the opening game festivities. So you can decide this as a group, or I would say you can all input, and then probably Ace, you can go ahead and make the final if there's any disagreement. But you can just talk about this if you want, how you want this to happen.
Any inputs from you guys?
So did she gave us those two options?
Those three, yeah, essentially. This is what's going to happen because of manipulate. As opposed to what was going to happen, which was going to be far worse.
Oh. I am a huge fan of tedious work.
Hockey, then, right? I don't think Portia really has a say in the matter. I have rolled absolutely terribly. I already have 3 experience, so
yeah. This could also be what the players think are going to be a lot of fun too. So whatever you want.
I think I'm going to probably try to roll also to manipulate somebody because Desmond would probably mention to the headmasters. I understand this is a very precarious situation and probably for the position that you're in, headmaster, but think about it like this, that you could definitely take advantage of the opportunity and probably organize more events that would probably promote school activity, and also for fundraising that the students would obviously be talking about, well, as much as you did want the race, also increase publicity for the school. So for anybody that wanted to either sign up for after school activities or possibly participate in more extracurricular activities, it would obviously reflect your school in its standing.
Okay. What is your desired outcome?
Sorry, what was the question?
What is Desmond's desired outcome here?
That future punishments would be lessened because she has something to gain out of this.
Okay, so this punishment or ones that would go further?
Further. This one, not really. So more like planting a seed.
Okay, gotcha, perfect. Go ahead and roll manipulate someone.
Well, I mark experience. That's a 6.
Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hold that move to a little later in this. So,
If
Okay. Go ahead.
no, you go.
Well, I was thinking if we decided to just sit and write, that's one day we're not in the woods. We're not spending the rest of the hockey season or the whole hockey season.
it's just the
doing
opening
school.
ceremony of the first hockey game.
Just the opening ceremony of the first hockey
Yes.
game.
I
Okay.
won't. I won't lie. Ace is kind of up for the idea of proposing cleaning the woods at night,
Yeah.
because in his mind it would be fun, or hockey, because he is kind of sporty-ish.
Katie also has a suggestion.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, what is it?
Katie would say, I personally, I think it's great to write words. I would be happy to do so. And in fact, I would be happy to write everyone's words if you would like to tell me how many words to write and where to write them. Or perhaps you need something cleaned. I could clean the washrooms or your bedrooms or the hallways. I could scrub the floors. I could cook the meals.
She starts holding her head. She's like, it's meant to be. Right, so you like it? Let's do something. Let's do something else then. Hockey it is. Okay. I think how she's going to go. Just sort of losing her mind here. Especially see like it's going, ooh, woods at night. She's like, this is not what I wanted to happen. Okay. That's totally losing control of the situation.
Hey, I could completely see myself as a teenager saying, "Ooh, woods at night."
100%. Fine. And she essentially says, right, and she'll take the game. She goes for this. The first thing she's going to do is she's going to try. She takes it over to a nearby rock that outlines the woods. Just tries to thrash it right on it. And you notice she kind of looks at it and it's undamaged. And she walks away with it as was right. Sir, you report tomorrow to Mr. Benson after practice.
I'm sorry, what time was practice? I don't pay attention to the sports stuff.
And she's like, to go over an orientation, but that would, for you, that would be simply report there after dinner.
Oh, okay.
Would you like us to prepare the dinner?
Katie, you can cook?
Of course.
I could prepare the garnishes.
And then Desmond Mines is screaming because he remembers the comment of, "Can I just have a cucumber?"
100%. And then sitting there, Tara is with you going, oh my gosh. I can't really decide if I'm upset or feel like we're the cool kids because we got to jump on the first day. You know what? I can make this work. I can make this work.
You're now a bad girl. Congratulations.
So you're here. Okay.
Yes. Oh, hi, Ace.
Oh, how are you doing, Portia?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Staying away from the water recently?
Yeah. How's your mom?
Oh, all right.
That's good. And she just smiles at her.
just fumes a little bit. Well, Katie, we'll get through this, right? And she kind of comes up and just is totally getting up next to Katie.
Yes, we will.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure I'm gonna see ya after dinner tomorrow. Just takes her leave a little bit.
And hi, Portia.
Hi, Katie. Have you thought about me drawing you?
Yes.
Is that a yes, you'll let me draw you, or yes, you've thought about it?
All the time. If you had one day left to live, what would you do first?
Try and steal the Mona Lisa.
Where is it?
It's in France.
Would you like to go?
Oh, yes.
She looks at the others. Would you like to go to France?
Not particularly.
I'm gonna need more specific dates. I still have community service with my family on the weekends.
We could go tomorrow.
I don't even have my passport with me. It's at home.
Wait. We're already in enough trouble. We're not supposed to be leaving school grounds.
I think this might be Katie's way of interpreting it as a future thing. You know, Ace, like bucket list.
But she said tomorrow.
I don't think her tomorrow is the same as our tomorrow. I'm still trying to get over Candy as a cucumber.
What do you know about soccer?
Nothing.
I'm sorry. What do you know about hockey?
They hit a thing with a stick.
And we are to do this.
I hope not. I don't think I would have the balance for it.
Perhaps we should research hockey tonight. We could
Oh,
form
I
a study
can-
group.
My sister played when she was here. It's a big thing here.
Oh, they have a female hockey team here?
It's male and female.
Oh, it's co-ed?
Yeah, I didn't know they differ.
Wait, hold on. Did you not notice that there's a difference between your body shape and, let's say, Katie's body shape?
Of course I understand there's a difference between male and female. I just didn't know there was a difference between men's hockey and women's hockey. I thought just everyone played together.
Oh, this is gonna have to be a different conversation, Ace.
I will leave that in your hands, Desmond.
Should we go to the library? They probably have books on hockey.
I will go with you, Katie.
Oh, but if you're joining the planning on doing hockey, Portia, maybe you could probably challenge yourself and try to draw while ice skating.
She actually starts thinking about it.
Well, you know, the best way of trying to learn how to play hockey is just watching them do it. I mean, they do it just right in the walkway of the commons. I mean, you can easily see it whenever you're going to and from classes. I mean, really, it's not the greatest spot. And my sister told me that they oftentimes actively try and make it a game and hitting freshmen while they're going, just because they don't care and it's kind of fun to see other people there. But they actively just go through ice. I mean, Grant, don't ask me the genius who thought would be great to have a bunch of students walking on ice while people are playing ice hockey in the middle of it, but it works. Been
Perhaps
there
we
for a
could-
few years now.
We could go there now and learn about hockey.
Sure.
Katie's going to start walking into the building.
Let me grab my stuff real quick, and because she's got to go back to the bench to grab her backpack and her sketchbook.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we could probably vote sometime in the future and make the headmaster try and launch a puck for herself. See how many times that actually gets in.
Ooh, that's a good idea for opening festivities.
Okay. All right. So you've been walking in, and say about this time, you can be the last to arrive at. There's a large get together that's right outside where all the dorms are. Many of them split up by floor, male, female, some split up. There's also some for non-binary and those such as far as other rooms. And above everyone is talking to the whole crew of students like yours who essentially this is more or less their first time, even though it's not, they're relatively newish as far as staying here. Gathered are the dorm parents, the head of which here are known as the Saracens. They are essentially in their 50s and are now standing in front of everybody, kind of waiting for everyone to settle down, see all of you, knew that you were being told off by the dean, or sorry, by the headmistress, and come in like, right. Good, come on. We want in as they kind of go, I am, as a woman speaks first, she goes, I am Sarah Sarenson, and her husband here, presumably, says, yes, and I am Sven, and we are here in order to help all of you do well this quarter, semester, this year, as all the dorm staff behind me. You may be aware that we refer to ourselves as dorm parents. What a dorm mother, a dorm father, or other simply does is make sure that we're here for you to talk to if there's anything between you and another student that is within the bounds of dorm life. Please do not hesitate to talk to us. If there's anything we can do. If you are finding classes emotionally taxing, we can talk to you a little bit. We have sympathy plants ready for you to spend some time with. We are here to aid in this manner. We also will put out your assignments thusly as well. I have already been told we have some issues with confiscated electronics. It is frankly too early in the year for this. So I am accepting up until tonight any such devices. No questions asked. Do not look this opportunity in the mouth, please. You see one sort of, a lot of people shuffle, but no action. Well, you've been given your assignments. you will be able to find the numbers of your specific dorm watchers over you, and they will be in contact within probably today, if not the week. They will go ahead and make sure you know their name. And ultimately, they're saying that basically you are going to go to your rooms here and find a gift from your dorm people, based on some surveys that you found out. Other than that, you will find your first official meal in our dining hall tomorrow, because tonight, and kind of gets this crazy like expression on his face as he puts out his hand, and the grand doors to these halls open up, and in the common rooms, all strewn about every surface that you can imagine are just like boxes of pizza delivery. And tons of every 2 liter you could think of. And people are like, hey, just very classic stuff. Goes, enjoy yourselves. It's the last night. Make sure you're ready to go for your classes tomorrow. And we'll let you do whatever you would like to do.
Ace would immediately go up to and I know I spelled that one wrong too. Garrison, the NPC from earlier that was with Tara.
Yep, Gerald.
Oh, Gerald. Okay, I thought they were both.
I'm sorry.
females.
Nope. I read my wrong thing. I apologize. You were correct. Grace Granson. Yep. Yes, Grace.
And give her the 3, just as he's walking by, give her the 3 candy bars he got from Desmond.
You're a good one, Ace. Thank you.
Desmond,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to have any more candy, would you?
On the contrary, yes, I do. No, they're not king size, sadly.
That's okay. May I have one?
He pulls out a couple of his last candy bars. Sure.
Is there a Kit Kat in there?
Not regular. I have strawberry though.
Ooh, I like strawberry.
He goes ahead and hands it.
Thank you. Oh, are any of you guys worried about who our roommates are going to be?
Not really. I mean, normally they always give freshman dorms on, or we will all be paired with first years. So since, we're first years, we'll be with other first years. So it's not like we're going to be with a lot of people that are more likely to be bigger, stronger than us. So I'm not really that worried.
I am very happy to have my own room.
You have
Wait,
your
you
own
have your
room?
own room?
I mean, a room.
Oh,
Oh,
did you
Oh,
share?
this-
Did you share your room with like a bunch of siblings?
Not siblings.
Did you not have a room?
Oh, there was a room I stayed in.
Were you adopted or were you in foster care or something?
No.
wait. Katie, you're not talking about like when you say a room like a factory or a broom closet, are you?
There were rooms.
Did you even have a bed?
Oh, I did not require a bed.
I'm sorry you've had to put up with that, but now you're here and now you actually have a bed.
I know. It is going to be very fun.
Yeah. Fun. Well, you know what? As a gift for having and a celebration for having your very first room in bed, I will paint you a picture, whatever you want.
I would like one right now, please.
Oh, well, I don't have my painting supplies on me. They're actually in my luggage up in the room. But I can paint you one. I could start on it tonight. It's going to take a bit for me to finish.
That would be suitable.
So, are you guys all legacies like I am, or are you guys, in on, or how are you guys here? Like, are you guys legacies, or?
Let's just say we're part of the same family.
Oh, that's right. I thought I saw you somewhere before. Was that at Uncle Barney's funeral that we saw each other?
I think that was we did see each other at Uncle Barney's funeral, but we had that family reunion for Grandma Clarice's 85th birthday.
Oh, that's been a couple years.
Yeah. Just throwing out names. It's cool.
Are you saying that you are a legacy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a gift of property, correct?
Kind of.
Well, it's more like how we got to the school. I mean, I think there's legacies and then people that get in on scholarships.
Oh, I did come on a ship.
Never change, Katie.
I can't wait to get you in my studio.
As you're making your way to the pizza here, there is a particularly Portia. You do see that there is a game box here that has been put into looks like it's been put onto one of the desks, but no one's really noticed it has been put there yet. Like, the staff haven't taken it and put it away, but looks like someone probably did it to turn it in.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I really want to go over there and snatch it. Yeah, she wants to she's gonna excuse herself from the party. Like, oh, excuse me, I gotta go talk to that pizza box over there. And she's gonna walk over, and she wants to try, and she's gonna use her jinx ability to try and have somebody knock like a whole bunch of pizza boxes over as her jinx. Just a random person, doesn't matter who, so she can go over there and snatch it up off the desk, off of where she sees this game.
You got it. Go ahead. That weird for your jinx.
Yes. You know what? I'm changing my dice. See if this helps. Oh no! Fuck that shit. I'm using a luck point.
Using your luck, your dark side's growing stronger.
I know, but I rolled 2 1s. I rolled 2 ones. I changed my dice, but she just really wants this game. Let's just say this is her impulse control. I'm gonna go ahead and
Use it unlock to get the game. I love it.
She wants this game so bad.
All right, so there's a huge commotion on the other side as you see a few students crash into each other. Pizza comes onto their face. The cheese burns just a bit as they go as they're screaming. I think with the luck is the dark side. There's a little bit of burn here actually, and they're they slip. Someone seems to have sprained their ankle. There's all this commotion going on. And so Portia, without anyone noticing, you're able to grab this game, and so you have it. Are you going to go and find a place to play it?
She's going to go hide up in her room, probably under her bed, and play it.
100%. All right. Anything else the rest of you would like to do here?
Desmond, I think, is going to go up immediately to the student who sprained their ankle.
Perfect. Yep. Oh man, tryouts are tomorrow too.
No, hold on. Just close your eyes. This is gonna hurt a bit. But I have to. Just trust me. I've been trained in first aid.
Everyone's around, but there he'll close his eyes. Make sure he doesn't do anything weird.
So I'm gonna. It's kind of directing people for right now, just to kind of back away, just because he wants to be able to concentrate.
Give him air. Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my lay on hands ability. So I'll roll cool to try and heal them.
Okay.
That is 7.
Okay, and what goes on with your 7?
On a 7 to 9, you can heal the harm or illness as on a 10+, but you take it onto yourselves. But you take it onto yourself. Yeah, it does. So
Okay.
now I have a hurt ankle.
Yep. So you feel your as you make those straight, and so that's going to go ahead and be a harm. Ignore armor, and you have a hard time like. Oh, it feels really good. Oh, you really put that back into place.
Yeah, I'm kind of a. I learned a little bit just here and there. Glad you're feeling better.
Desmond's all right. And they're like, Desmond! And people go around. Someone brings you a plate of pizza.
He graciously takes it as he goes to sit back down, trying to rest his leg. Oh, thank God that wasn't a broken ankle.
Right. All right. So yeah, because that was actually special for things that are physical, you're gonna go ahead and have a -1 ongoing until further for the sprained ankle.
No, that's fair.
Which I love it. All right.
Katie will go up to the table with all the pizzas and look at one of the people who seems to be in charge. May I have one of the boxes?
And they're in this white suit. You know what? We were told whatever anybody wants. This is free for all. And just hands your whole box.
Okay, so it's got pizza in it. So she opens it, pours the pizza on the table, and then takes the box with her as she goes to find her room assignment.
somewhere we see Terror going, oh my gosh, just totally moving to the side, not wanting anyone to associate. Or I think Terror's on her way to say something to Katie. See, this is like, nope, I don't know this person. Oh my gosh. And yeah.
I think Ace would just be trying to like mingle with the people that are perceived as kind of like the cool kids and kind of just try and jump in a little bit.
Perfect. All right. All right. Yeah, so start to go, and it basically goes without too much issue. People begin kind of filtering off here without too much issue. And you make your way up to your rooms, and Katie, you've been assigned to Portia, and of course Ace and Desmond, you've been assigned together.
Awesome.
So we'll say, Katie, you walk in, and you see, I think you see this shape of what you assume to be a person underneath a blanket. This glow that is emanating from within.
Hello.
Katie, is that you? She'll quickly uncover her head while turning the game over to hide the light.
Yes, and she closes the door, and she's going to go put the pizza box on, I guess, a desk in the room.
Oh, did you bring me pizza?
Well, I was hoping you could teach me how to talk to the box.
How? Oh yeah. She'll sit up and she goes back to playing the game and she's just talking to Katie. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is just say, hi Box, how are you?
Hi, box. How are you? Can I roll to manipulate the box?
Portia's gonna reply as a hi Katie, I'm great.
Never mind, you're rolling manipulate. And actually, it's a -1 because people who try to manipulate me have a -1, and I have a -1 against them.
Okay, what's
so.
manipulate on me? Manipulate is
Amazing.
telepathy. Oh, that's without speaking. I don't know if that's a.
So you just roll charm because you're trying to just talk.
Okay. 8. Okay, -1, so that's 7.
Okay, so that is a hit. And so that is... Okay, so you're trying to convince her this box is real?
I'm trying to convince her that the box is talking to her, yeah.
Okay, in that case, Katie, if you decide this box is a creature that you can talk to, you get an experience.
Oh, right. I'm totally doing that.
The 79 on a miss, they mark experience if they do what you ask.
Hi. My name is Katie. Is there a book you could read over and over again without ever growing tired of it?
Oh man, a book. I haven't read a book in so long. I mean, the last time I read a book, it was my sister.
I'm sorry. What's your sister's name?
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Is she downstairs?
I'm sure she is. Like, it's been a while since I've seen her, so I'm not exactly sure.
Perhaps I can get her for you.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yes. I'm going to look over at Portia. What is that in your hands?
Oh, it's a game.
Oh, I like games. Can you
like
teach me?
games? Yeah. If you want to sit next, weren't you gonna go find his sister for him?
Oh, yes. There's plenty of time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to sit next to me? I'll show you how to do it.
She sits right down.
And she'll just go over how, like, character creation again, because she just really likes only doing character creation. I'll make an avatar that looks just like you, Katie.
All right. Go ahead then, Katie. Give me a cool, and this will be a +1 cool, actually.
Okay. Nine.
A 9. Okay, so I'm gonna start to say what essentially this is going to be doing, since a lot of you have it. You are feeling. You look at this, and it's an amazing game. It's almost like making people and friends ready to have. You feel a distinct urge to play more.
Oh no.
We're gonna be fighting for the game.
Yep. Katie is going to like reach for the game and try to take it.
And Portia's like, what are you doing?
And you mark experience when you should be helping others with the investigation, but you play the game.
Oh, I need to mark another experience, don't I? Because I'm like, no, you can't. I'm playing. I've got to mark another experience, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
About to say, at this point, you're almost leveled up.
Yeah, I have 4 experience. Yeah.
That's how this works. Okay. So the two of you sort of come over the game a little bit, and all right, then if there's nothing else, we're gonna go to the next morning. But I would say Ace and Desmond, is there anything you want to do, because you would be roomed together? And of course, Desmond, you do have a copy of the game on you.
I'm guessing that because he can't really move that well, he's going to go ahead and do the smart thing and rest his foot and play the game. So I'll mark experience.
Ace is going to go and see what present the den people left for him that they were talking about.
The what? Sorry.
You had said that they were talking something about like a gift in each of the people's rooms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So you put out a survey and you get to your room. And I think if Desmond's playing in the room, that's fine too. So Desmond ends up going to the room to play. And all of you are there, or the two of you are there. And I would say the gift, all of you with your gift, it's whatever you feel like they would have given you because of your survey. And it has to miss the mark by some fraction. Like, so they didn't quite understand what you said, and they only have a budget of about 50 cents.
I know what Portia got. She got one of those cheap Crayola watercolor pan sets.
Says, so that art can always be within you. Ace, what do you think you find?
Ace gets a journal, but it's already like been used and like all the pages are written in already. Like they ended up going, they were going to buy it, and then they're like, "Oh, we can just reuse it." And there's like 2 free pages in the back.
Amazing,
I
amazing.
got it from a garage sale.
I love it. So yeah, so stuff. And I think for the purpose of this, Katie and Desmond, what do you think you got?
You're both muted, so
Yeah,
How much was the budget?
50 cents. I could go up to $1 for the dollar. $1.25 because Dollar Tree is $1.25 now.
All right. I think that she would probably get something like oh, I know. She would probably get something like a probably some type of greeting card set.
it's only Christmas. It's a Christmas greeting card set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then Desmond. Are you muted if you're talking? Desmond. Still muted. You're unmuted, but I can't hear you.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I was resetting mic. What was the question?
The gift that you found that would have been because of a survey you filled out, but is only $1.25 for them to buy. It's like a dollar store type of gift, and misses the mark.
Yeah, I think I know which one that would be. Probably be something that would probably help with like the student dorms. So I'm going to imagine it's probably floss picks.
Yes. Perfect. You get a big thing of floss picks. It's like as you continue to play the game. So far, Ace, you're the only one that hasn't had contact with the game. And then the night will come.
I do feel though before that, he's also going to be looking a little deeper, and he's going to find just a random monster book with like a bow on it.
Oh,
I mean, he's just going to look at Desmond, look at the book, look at Desmond, look at the book, and just like go under the cover and just kind of start reading it.
100%. Love it. So as time goes on and it comes to either recharge or sleep, depending on your particular thing here. Horse, in order to make sure you get sleep, I do need a cool.
God damn it. Okay. That's a 6.
So act under pressure.
Okay, act under pressure. Yeah, that was a 6.
Yeah, you are mark experience.
I have 5 experience now.
Yep, it'll be at the end. We'll actually do some of this. So
I don't get any sleep.
Nope. So you are going to have -1 ongoing for the sleep issue here.
Okay.
And it's definitely too early here. Both of your doors is going to be a knock and an immediate like unlocking should you not answer. So it's like
Oh yeah.
roughly 5 in the morning.
Yeah, Katie will answer.
Ace would already be up like doing push-ups and just opens the door.
Okay. So Katie, I would say this is going to be this is Sarah, one the head of the Dorm Mothers is immediately coming in. Is she going to see you with your game?
I immediately hid it underneath the pillow.
Does that require you to stop playing?
Oh, would that? Because I'm sure she'd still be like clicking around on the.
Okay, I see.
keyboard.
Okay, I'm going to give that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let that go that way for a second.
All right.
Katie hasn't really changed. She's still fully dressed. Looks like she's still just having a day.
Yeah. Well, I am quite pleased to see that you are up. Well, maybe you just got rough starts yesterday. I'm just so proud of both of you. You're already essentially ready to go. Good. Kind of looking this sort of surprised. Please follow me. Guess I don't need to wait. It looks like you're all set.
Can I get dressed real quick? I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh, my mistake. Just kind of goes with it. Okay, fine. I'll wait a moment.
Do you need us to start on the morning chores?
In a manner of speaking, a part of your issue from yesterday, I believe it was Desmond who was smarting off. The headmistress has tasked you with an additional thing today
Oh,
to be done
exciting.
before breakfast.
Okay, I'll be out as quickly as possible.
What is it?
Oh, you see. And we'll go back to the same knock over at Ace. And Ace opens the door. And you've been able to put the game down to go to sleep. Desmond goes, right. Both of you, please get dressed. There is something for you to do. Sven goes, let's go.
Desmond would have gotten up, but I would assume that the dwarf father would probably have noticed that he's limping a bit.
What happened to you?
They probably would have seen it happen, but they probably didn't see the face of who did it. I tripped and I sprained my ankle.
Do you need help with it, or are you all right?
I just need just a bit of time. I can walk.
All right. Get dressed. Something. I'll be sure there's a chair in the room. This will get you, hopefully, to square one besides your appointment tonight.
So now I've got to roll to act under pressure to put down this game so I can get dressed and leave the room, right?
Yeah. So because you already had a consequence of the last one with
Yeah.
-1 ongoing. This will be a bigger issue if you fail because you're going to get caught.
I know, this sucks. And I'm gonna get in more trouble. Why do my dice hate me today? Oh no! I got caught. That's a 3.
Okay, so she finally comes in after a little while. Sees that while you did get dressed, you have this game, or I think more you're coming out and you're just trying to play it in your bag. Like, what is the matter with you? And she grabs it, absolutely, and just quick as she can, just just takes it and puts it. I think she'll just hold it for this. Goes,
I don't know what's wrong. It's so addictive. I can't stop playing. It's like it's calling me. I need to play it. Like I don't know what's wrong.
well, I guess my faith in you, Miss Brooks, was misplaced. Manipulate someone if you want to try to get her. Remember, you -1 ongoing. You are tired.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I have tried changing dice. I've tried everything. That's so cool. That's so good. Well, better than what I've been doing. 8, 9.
9. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, I think what she's going to do right now. She goes, you know what? Show me that you understand. I want you to take this game and throw it off the balcony here so it shatters upon the floor.
Okay, so as long as I don't start playing the game, I'm good, right?
Well, so you have to roll cool to not play the game if you have access to it. So as soon as she hands it to you, it's act under pressure. You gotta get a 10. Katie, you are here if you want to help, but you don't have to, obviously.
Yeah, Katie's grabbing for it.
Well, Katie doesn't have the urge like she has the urge.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
I just want to be very clear. You two, she got a miss on that one roll, and you got a hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a mitigated success. So she's a little. She is more addicted than you are.
I'm not gonna get a 10 on this.
I think Katie will try the help action.
Okay.
She'll kind of come over to Portia and do what she has learned and kind of put a hand on Portia's shoulder and say, listen, Portia, when you're bullied, it says more about your bully than it does about you.
Oh, does it? Okay. So, what do you mean?
So I think both of you roll cool.
Okay. Oh no. No.
It's a 9?
Okay.
Three
And what did?
Okay, 4 minus 1. I rolled a 3 and a 1. What is wrong?
Where
My
did you
dice
get
hate-
these D6s from, Corey?
These are the ones that I always roll.
Okay. So you get the +1, but you're going to expose yourself to danger for Katie.
Okay.
And then, I would say there's this moment you're waiting and you do not, you just open the game and you sit back down. You just start playing Young Lady. And, she escorts. We're going to move to the next scene as she's going to confiscate the game again, and she escorts both of you to this. She goes, "Well, clearly you're not a good influence, Katie. So
Tears are just rolling down Portia's face.
yeah, both of you will." Think duties for a week. And I will be talking to headmistress about this. This is at least. And she's going to get a different set of uniform. And as all of you are led outside of this small office, you come together as the four of you from the two heads of the dorm parents, and you see that Portia has been given a weighted uniform that like holds her down, specifically weight on her like arms, so that would be even harder to hold her arms up right now, just as this way of like getting it through. Because one thing we talked about is a great disappointment if you get kicked out of here. So like they get away with a few things you wouldn't get away with
Yeah.
because of this. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to get rid of that way with that typical places. But that is right now. You're weighted down. As Sven goes, problems. More of that beholder game. Maybe we need to do a room sweep. Maybe.
Yes, do it. Get rid of that thing. There's something wrong with that game.
Well, maybe we should investigate the game later. Maybe. And they'll open up this room, and there is a smell of feces that first hits your nose a little bit from here, and you see it is there's a bed, desk. The bed is soiled. A lamp, and it looks like a few amenities. You see a shower, and beyond that piece of it, you see a good amount of brooms and mops and cleaning chemicals. And you see a map of the school, some things that kind of look like electrical maps. Go. Earlier today, our dear longtime janitor, Mr. Jennison, was discovered deceased. We have removed his body from this room, but frankly, a school this size cannot run without an on-site individual. We will need to bring in the new person as quick as possible. Since you have been so apt to be rule breakers and maybe need to understand what could await one should they not complete this school, you are tasked with cleaning this out, sanitizing, removing all personal effects of Mr. Johnson.
Can we get started right away?
Indeed, that's the spirit, Katie. I wonder, Sarah, you're going to ignite hope in me and dash it, aren't you? Anything from Desmond and Ace, the two of you here as well?
Well, we will make sure we get this in tip-top shape, but we are really sorry about yesterday. And we will try and do our best from here on out. We'll make sure this room's spotless for you guys.
Good. You have until breakfast. You're not to miss your meal, so please hurry.
Desmond's going to look over to the both of them, that rather than saying like words of remorse, because actions speak louder than words, he's going to say, I know you two are tired, but need a little bit of a pick-me-up, so he offers 2 crunch bars.
This is to Sarah and Sven.
Yeah.
They kind of breathe, think for a moment and go, thank you. Please. She goes, we accept these, but we expect better behavior.
Where's the
Yes,
laundry
that.
room? So I can take the sheets to the laundry room.
And they'll give you what you need to know here. Easy enough.
Okay. She's like super pouty though.
Yeah, Katie already has started. She's like in her zone. She actually knows how to do this, so she's just like right at work.
Absolutely. So you go about work here, and as you're moving everything, let me. She's just going to go ahead and I'm just going to roll a d4 here. Perfect. Ace, you open a drawer. I'm sorry. So you're moving around, and you actually will find this underneath the bed after Portia starts gathering a lot of the sheets up, and you see that this is soiled like right down into the mattress. Is going to require like some vacuuming and some disinfectant. And Ace, you find underneath this game box, orange.
And he's just going to immediately step outside and ask if the teachers are there.
Okay. No one's around right now because everyone's left. It's still very early in the morning, so they kind of let you in here. It's about between 4 and 5.
That's fine.
And they've kind of gone. I would say if you take it out, then Portia, you're going to see it. Everyone is going to see and become aware of this box.
That's fine. All right. Would he have ever seen anything like this?
I'm trying to say. I mean, the last you've seen it. Well, yeah. So one, Desmond had it.
Oh,
Desmond has one, and you saw one get taken away from Portia, or after it had already been taken away. And so I'm saying everyone now is looking at this. Again, you can interact with the scene together, however you want to do this.
Portia is fighting herself, trying not to snatch it out of Ace's hands. So she's got real cool, right?
Yeah, I might put a cap. I'm not going to let you have more than a level in a session, but yes.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's really good. 9.
9. It is an act under pressure, unfortunately. So I would say with a 9.
Well, if I didn't have that -1, it would have been a 10.
Absolutely.
It's fine.
I think with this then, Portia, you just have to get this. So Portia crosses and is going to just start to grab the game away. So I think there's this scene that's now going to erupt over this game, and all of you can do what you would like to roleplay this out.
Well, Ace is just going to just immediately, as soon as she approaches and grabs it, just like, hey, what's going on here? I mean, what? Why do you have to have this?
I have to play the game. It's calling me. It wants me to play. I have to play. Give me the game.
The tutorial level isn't even that good.
That's the best part. Give me the game.
Ace is just, because he, at this point, it seems like she's like possessed by it. He's just going to like actually take it up as fighting and just try and bring it over his head and try and snap it or break it.
Oh.
100%. Yeah, this would be tough if you're trying to snap the game.
Wow. That's a 7.
7. Okay. You take this up, and it's whoo, down, and you have to firmly grasp it by like the handles to play it. So I'm going to say the effect of trying to kick this game's ass is going to be that you need to make a cool roll. -1. I'm sorry, +1 rather. +1.
You said cool?
Yeah, cool +1.
Yeah, that's my worst one. Oh, +1, you said?
Yep.
That's 10.
10. Seems really fun, but you have better things to do. You go, and I mean, you put all your force into this against a metal desk, let's say, because you try to crack it, and it remains intact. The screen is undamaged.
What is this thing? Like, is it unholy? And
Right.
I think just because of like the immediateness of this, he's like immediately like thrown off by this, and because of how like adamant he is on like a arcane or like a monsters and things like that, he like sometimes likes thinking things are that way and just wants to like think back through all the books he may have read to ever see if he's ever read anything like this.
Okay, is that a move?
It is. It's read about this.
Perfect.
Read about this sort of thing. Roll sharp instead of cool when you act under pressure.
Okay.
I don't know if that would apply here, right? Or no?
Okay. So yeah, because you're trying to figure out a way. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Sure. The roll sharp.
Oh. Yeah, 6 and 4 plus 2 is 12.
You set out to do what you want to do. You ultimately want to destroy this, yes?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So in this moment, this doesn't break, and you're going through your mind here. You found this where someone is dead. You're under their bed where maybe they dropped it. You're thinking of Portia's behavior in general. That's just, you look at her, how tired she is, that she probably hasn't slept, and you're starting to put together something is very, very off with this. And think of going that there's some type of like there's definitely some type of magic, and you look around, and there are all these cleaning supplies. So quickly, there is rock salt that is useful for keeping snow that you're able to find, and some various other chemicals here, including an iron sulfate mixture. Just you kind of look real quick, and so you basically mix what you can find between salt and iron. And there are chickens that are raised here where there's this seashell material that is used to throw on there to harden their eggs, to make the eggs nice and strong on the outside. And you're mixing all this together in a bucket, and you throw it in here, and the whole thing begins to bubble, and there is this black smoke that rises out, and it just pours and pours. Finally, just seems to just fill the room. It dissipates.
Alright, guys. I think we've got a problem here. I think this game's possessing people. Portia, I need you to stop playing this game.
Oh, I can't play it anymore. The one game that I had, Miss Know It All took it, and then the other game that I found, like, or you found, you just destroyed it. I can't play it anymore. Oh. Desmond,
So
don't you have one of those?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you were, I saw you put it. You were playing it whenever I came to check it out on the green. You were playing one. I know you were playing one.
I just had candy inside my backpack.
Desmond, if this game's a problem and someone's dead because of it, do you guys want to play it till you die?
I mean, people died to worse things.
Do I feel any different? Like do I feel like I could actually do stuff like normally with that thing not in my face? Or do I feel like I need to go and find another one?
I mean, finding another one's probably there, but you're allowed to focus on other things right now.
Okay.
I would say for this moment, I think especially, well, this is what I'll say: seeing it dissolve like this for for right now at this moment, as long as the thing's not a version of it is not in your sight, you're gonna think a little reasonably. Just
Okay.
being shocked by what you just saw.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. So I think we need to keep me away from all of those. It makes my brain get all weird. You guys are fine though? You guys didn't have this absolute need to play this game?
Maybe not a need, just it was just something to do, okay, Ace?
That's why you run or do push-ups or study. I mean, who needs to play games? They're just a waste of time. Didn't you, I mean, we're part of the same family, Portia. Didn't your parents almost like ban these electronics? I mean, just to prepare us for this?
No. Unlike your parents, my parents are actually cool.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for my parents to actually make me go out and be active in the world and actually run and do push-ups and be able to win races.
Hey, Ace, where is this moral high ground coming from? Didn't we all get caught?
Oh, it's not moral
Not with
high
the
ground.
game,
I'm
but
just surprised
still.
on technology.
We're all here.
Love it. But I think right before we end this for tonight, Katie, anything to close the scene?
I think if the camera pans back, they see Katie has finished cleaning most all of the room on her own. She's been moving around them, getting the mattresses off while just moving them out of the way, mopping around them, and just at the very end of it, it's pretty much done with the basics. And then she's just kind of stands back and says, "Do you think we should replace the wallpaper?"
To be continued next week. So anyone who happens to watch, we just want to say thank you. We're going to get off the players. Players stay on, so we can just do a quick review of the game. But for those of you watching, we will say goodbye until next week. Thank you so much.
It was lovely having you guys.